Hey all, this is Jeff with Area52 Pro Diesel Repair in New Plymouth, Idaho. Today I wanted to share a tip about replacing a fuel gauge sender for 2002 Dodge Ram 2500. And the way that I picked to do it is actually super easy. What? I can hear you guys saying right now, easy the hell you say. No, actually this is super easy to do. Well, provided that you this pickup doesn't have anything in the back of it. No gooseneck ball, no transfer slip tank, nothing like that. Anyways, I'll just kind of show you. Obviously you got to take the screws to get the fuel fill out, and there's total of 6 bolts. I'm not sure about the 8-foot beds, but these short beds, and right here is a mount for the bed. The bolt goes up through here into that hole right there, and then you got 2 of them towards the back here. There's another one right there. Those are accessed through these holes here, and one there. As you can see by the spare tire, we are now underneath the truck, if you didn't catch that. Take those completely out, these 3 on this side. You got 1, 2, 3 up front. On this side, just loosen them. Take them almost all the way out, because when I go to set this bed back down, those sides will all be lined up, and if I tilt the bed up like this and I take them out, the thing could slide down this way and get it off. The other thing to do is take this thing out, because your spare tire crank shaft, which is hard to see, but it's, you can't see it in there, but it's in there. But see, it doesn't go up high enough, and so you take that thing out of there so that when I lower the bed back down, it's going to be in that hole. And then I'll slip this thing back through here, and that deal, it's kind of a hex-shaped thing. It'll be sitting right in there. Anyways, the fuel gauge was just on this particular pickup was just reading empty all the time, and come to find out the float, this is the sender and the pickup deal on this deal, but the float had actually fallen off the lever. Everything still works. We're gonna go ahead and replace it because some of these seals are loose, and anyways, I can't do it one-handed, but I could almost pull that thing out of there real easy like. So we're gonna go ahead and replace that this whole assembly here, and I've got to look in the tank somewhere and find that find the float, because it's in there somewhere. And the other way to do this is to drop the tank. This one's about a little over half full. Would have been alright to do, but the thing I don't like about dropping the tank is it's a pain in the ass to get to all these hoses, because here's your vent hose. It goes to this. This is the fuel fill. Goes up in there. This is your main fill. Hooks to that. In order to drop the tank, you either have to remove this clamp and this hose, and that's a bitch to do when you're trying to do it from underneath. You got to remove this clamp and this hose, or you got to do it from up here. Either way, some people like to do it from outside here, come and do it, but when this bed is down on here, it's right about here, you don't have a whole lot of room to do it, but you can do it, especially if if you're wanting to take the tank out to clean it or whatever. But this one, obviously, this line here has been capped off. They've added a whole new fuel line and an external fuel pump, fuel strainer. So that mounts right up there. So anyways, that's this is the way I elected to do this particular project, and it actually worked out really well. About a half hour, and I had the bed up in this position. Put blocks in it. Don't trust your jack to sit there and hold it. But what I did is I cut that block like that so that it's wedged in there pretty good. So I'm not worried about the bed falling on me. So anyways, that's the way I elected to do it. So sure, there's a lot of other ways. Dropping the tank, you can do it another way. Actually, I think if the next time I do this, I'll probably take all the bolts out except for the very back two, and I may lift the bed up from the front. I think you might actually get more access that way, because you just can barely get that sender out of there before you get close to up here. But anyways, this worked. Just to give you an idea of how to do this if you're needing to do it. If you don't want to do it, bring it to me. Anyways, y'all take care.